Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net. And one of the things I get from folks a lot that are doing the system on their own is how do you deal with difficult people? Well, first of all, if you're using a buyout where you're giving them 10% of the gross up front and the rest of whatever you agreed to on the back end, and you use attorneys, you typically don't run into that. We just don't. And we use the takeaway usually, right? We just, hey, look, I understand what you're saying. This is the best we can do. If you change your mind and want to work with us, we'd love to do that. Give us a ring back. I appreciate your time and respect where you're coming from. Have a great day. Goodbye. Click, right? Always say goodbye so they don't say that you hung up on them. That's a stupid thing. That's just their excuse to argue with you. But sometimes you get difficult people. And the main key here is, guys, the main takeaway from this is simple. You can say anything you want as long as you're non-confrontational. You got an even tone. Inflection in your voice is everything. Okay? Even tone, non-confrontational, non-hostile, non-aggressive. These are things I've been able to say to people in order to get them to come and see in reality and to realize that I'm holding a hard line and to come to Jesus, so to speak. Okay? 1. Mr. Thomas, I understand. I've told you this before. I understand and respect your position. I also told you I gave you my best deal. You've called me back now 3 times. Listen, no offense. I'm not in the habit of repeating myself. So if you decide you want to come on board with me, that would be great. Give me a call if you come to that point. I appreciate it. Have a nice day. Click. You get people that are crazy, and there's certain cultural things, certain areas of the country, certain cultural things where people will they think that if they yell and scream and threaten, then they're going to get their way. And you got to set the tone, guys. When somebody's like, well, I don't think this is BS, and I just don't believe it. No, you're screwing me. Oh my God. Oh. Mr. Johnson, I respect where you're coming from. They're still going, right? You're talking over me. When you are ready to have a conversation without disparaging me, give me a call. But I'm just not going to take this from you. So give me a call if you decide you want to have an adult conversation. That's what I do. And you know what? I know that is a little aggressive and hostile, but you know what? If they're yelling and screaming, you need to throw a little bit back at them. And they'll usually go crazy, and I go, I am hanging up now. I'm hanging up now. This is for the crazies, guys. We're talking about 1/10 of 1% of the people you talk to, okay? But I will just say, if you're ready to have an adult conversation, I'll have a conversation with you. And then I will mark them as hostile in my contacts, right? I'll call them John Birch hostile. So when they call, it can go to voicemail. That way, if they want to yell and scream, they can do it on my voicemail, and they can do it every day if they want. I don't care. Let them get it off their chest. If they want to have a conversation, they'll finally leave a message and go, all right, I want to talk to you. Okay? But I have gotten away with, I'm not in the habit of repeating myself. I've gotten away with saying, and this is the truth too, hey, I get over 150 files a week turned into me. Okay? I'm going to work the files where the people are going to be pleasant to work with, because I have found that if somebody wants to constantly try to renegotiate before we put a deal together, or they're constantly coming back at me, those are the same people, and they know who they are. They know what kind of person they are. Those are the same people that are going to bug the heck out of me throughout the process. It's not worth my time to work with them. So if you want to work with me and agree to terms, that would be great. The last thing I want to bring up, and I've brought this up before, is I have no problem shaming men because I'm a man, okay? But when I come to an agreement and then I get the last minute call and the mobile notary's out there, and this is again 1/10 of 1%, if that, but they'll say, hey, you know what? I'm here with the mobile notary trying to hold me hostage, right? Trying to hold me hostage. I'm here with the mobile notary, and I know we agreed to X, but I want Y. And I said, well, you know what? We had an agreement as men. So I'm willing to honor that agreement. If you're not willing to honor that, if you're not willing to honor your word, or you're trying to go back on that, I really don't want to work with you. So if you want to work with us, the contract's right there with the mobile notary. If not, please tell the mobile notary I'll pay them regardless for their time. Of course, if you come back later, I'm going to take that cost off, but I will pay them for their time. Just let them know that you don't want to work with us, and we're good. That's what I tell them. Honest to God. And they sign the agreement. People are going to do that. They're going to try to hold you hostage at the last minute. Guys, I don't negotiate with terrorists, right? If you're going to try to hold the deal hostage, I am not working with you. I am done. One final person, and this can be a man or a woman. You're constantly saying, I'm sorry, I just didn't get a chance to talk to the wife and she had a problem with this, or the way that it was going to work, or I didn't have a chance to talk to the husband, one or the other, right? And you go, I understand that. Give me a call once you had. And then they'll call back and go, well, I talked to them, but they've got misgivings and da-da-da, and they keep saying that. And at this point, I'm not trying to shame anybody, but I just tell them, hey, look, I've been in a marriage before. I get how you share responsibilities and you share decisions. I completely respect that. But it sounds like the person that's having the issue is your spouse. So we're not going to get anywhere with me talking to you. So what's her number, or what's his number? Because guys, it's an excuse. The other spouse doesn't have an issue. They're using it as an excuse to try to come back at you and change one of the terms. Don't play along. Do not play along. Just go, all right, let me talk to them. Right? It could be the man, the husband, or the wife. Doesn't matter. Let me talk to them, because they're the ones having the issue. They'll back right down, and they'll either give you a call back and agree, or they'll back down and agree right then. And the reason is they're going to know, it doesn't fly with me, brother. I don't have the time or energy to play oh yeah, but you got to make my wife or husband happy. I don't have the energy for that. Set the tone. And guys, again, anything you want to say, you can say, as long as it's non-confrontational, non-aggressive. Hey, I'm not in the habit of repeating myself. Hey, I'm getting 200 files a week. There's going to be people in there that are easy to work with. You're not being easy to work with. Have a nice day, guys.